When I think of mobile, I think of the things that we do in our daily lives already. I mean, the adoption of mobile for a wide range of things is pretty high. And you think about all the things that you do via mobile phone. Some of us, do things like do payments. We pay our phone bill, or we pay our credit card completely through a mobile without ever having to log on to the internet in traditional through a website. We are just using our phone. I mean, have you ever paid for your bills with a mobile phone?
I was thinking about it as you were mentioning it.
Uh,
I've done some things. I can't remember at the moment. Maybe when I use a Venmo or something.
okay.
Maybe not my bills, but maybe a Venmo, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like Verizon sends me my bill on my phone through text,
Right.
and also for my utilities the same way. I just pay it that way. I never have to actually go onto the internet beyond just using the app and sending a reply, and it auto bills my card on file and everything. It's like really seamless.
Okay.
So another area where a lot of people have traditionally used mobile for is for appointments. I can recall, getting appointments on a regular basis for like my doctor or my dentist. They'll send me a reminder saying I have an appointment coming up. Even if I want to change the appointment, I can do that through text. I can just reply a sentence or a string of characters, and it will reset my appointment to a future date. Have you ever used that before?
Yeah, definitely. Now that you mention it, absolutely. I have done that. Yeah, and
Cool.
very efficient. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we take for granted how much we can do via our phones, not even going onto the internet, but just staying completely on the text messaging base. Another one is a lot of times I notice that people send a lot of like movie trailers or invites to events through mobile, right? So you get that kind of stuff now, and you can even set it up that, like, say for example, you're a big fan of Marvel and you want all the tips about the next movie coming out or all the spoilers. You can get those sent directly to your phone as well. It's amazing. What are the
Yeah.
kind of things that you get from this entertainment value on your phone?
Depends. Maybe if my son is texting me. I
Yep. Okay.
haven't gotten as many, but yeah, yeah, I know you're absolutely right. We can easily just share something via text. Absolutely.
Cool. Another common area, and this will kind of lead us into marketing, is that a lot of people are trying to figure out or have figured out how to use their phones to gather information, or how to use a text generated survey where people give feedback via the text. Like rank my bank customer service on 1 to 10, and you reply back with a 7. It's a lot easier and less intrusive than doing it via a website or an email. And you're getting a lot more people to reply right away. Have you ever done any surveying or given anybody data to a business that they would be able to use to understand your behavior better?
I haven't. I'm not. It depends on who you ask, right? Some of us are fans of surveys, some of us are not.
Right.
Depending how much time we have.
Mhm.
So, although yeah, I mean, I see that being as a very efficient use of text.
Mhm.
I personally wouldn't want to do it that way. I guess it's good.
Mhm.
Depends on the person. Data gathering. You know what? I know you're going to help explain why this is a
Mhm.
thing,
Yes.
and why it's probably a trend that will get more popular. So I'm willing to be open-minded about it.
Good. Good, because I think it's important, because I'm going to give you some stats right now, and I'm just going to fire off a few things, but feel free to kind of, give me your thoughts when you hear these things, because it's pretty surprising, I think, for the average listener, what they're going to find out when they figure out how much things are happening via mobile. For example, a recent study by Morgan Stanley found that 92% of the people in the U.S. own a mobile device that can receive SMS messages, right? So very few people have phones that aren't smartphones, or at least SMS capable phones.
Right.
So we're at close to 100% adoption. That's more than people who have a home computer or even a TV, believe it or not. So,
And that's only in the US. I would
right.
imagine, I mean, we don't, we have the stats for globally, but I do know that globally we have English speakers who
Mhm.
are, I think, on a daily basis acquiring mobile technology.
Yep. Another part of the survey is really cool, that I think is definitely true for me. 91% of Americans keep their mobile devices within arm's length at all times.
Oh, yes. I can see that. That's a double-edged sword, but yeah,
Isn't
I
it?
see
Yeah.
that
It's
absolutely.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
like I talk about this a lot. Is like, the first thing that everyone pretty much does when they wake up in the morning, they their eyes open, and before they're even fully conscious, they're grabbing for their phone, right?
So true.
So the fact that mobile is so important in our lives is not really disputable. What's interesting that people have conversations about, though, is how much can you use your phone for marketing? So I'll give you a few more stats on that. The first is that SMS produces engagement rates that are 6 to 8 times higher than retailers normally achieve through email. So if you're going to send out a message via text and email, you're expecting that text to get opened 6 to 8 times more often than you would via email.
Yeah, I can see that. I know what I like about that too is that if, there are some text messages that I really do love to get because I specifically signed up for it.
Mhm.
And, I think if there's more of that, let's say it's something that we're so interested in, a webinar, a course, any kind of content that we're like, yeah, we definitely want that. I could see that being super effective.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I think about how um, you combine the fact that we always have it in our hand or right close to us, and the fact that it's more and more effective. It's like, why aren't more businesses using SMS, or why aren't more people using SMS to get their message out to their audience? Okay, so here's another interesting stat that I think really validates what we've been talking about. And this one I found, I was surprised by, but Morgan Stanley's data says that this is true. 97% of Americans get a text at least once a day, right?
Once a
So,
day. You kidding
or
me?
at least once a day, right? How many texts do you get? I mean,
Oh, you know what? I lose count.
exactly, right?
Easily.
We go days without phone calls. We can go
Mm-hmm.
days without out checking our email. We never go a day without getting at least a couple
So
texts.
true. So
That's
true.
amazing. And the final stat I'll share with you as far as current trends, according to business2community.com, the response rate of SMS marketing is 209% higher as compared to Facebook ads.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. So if you're using Facebook ads to promote your book or your talk or your business or whatever you're trying to do, SMS marketing is 200% more likely to receive the results you want than using a Facebook ad. That's mind-boggling.
And how would you, that number is staggering. So how would that actually, play out? For example, let's say, okay, so a Facebook ad can sell anything, right? It can
Mm-hmm.
sell a course, a product.
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that in lieu of using a Facebook ad, you can potentially draft something, a sales squeeze page, landing page, I don't know, something to that effect. And if
Mm-hmm.
you text it, you're saying that the marketing results are in your favor up to
Right.
200% higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
If 100 people see your Facebook ad,
Right.
or let's say 200 people see your Facebook ad, you may get one that will take action. But if you send 200 texts out, you're going to get, what is that? 5 people are going to take action.
But
So
how are they going to get the text, right? So like, because what I'm trying to understand, if you do a Facebook ad, right, you originate the ad, you set it up, and then you hit a button, hit send, it goes out. But now when you're doing the text version of that, you must have some sort of a database,
yeah,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
that's the difference.